We are here today in front of the District 7 Police Station pigsty to condemn the illegitimate arrest that went down today at 57th and Racine. 5 members of the Revolution Club were arrested, swept up by a mob of cops operating out of at least 10, maybe more cars. What criminal activity did they engage in? None whatsoever. They were there with a banner encouraging people to defend and exercise their rights to speak freely and to call out the rampage that the police have been on in this neighborhood. And they swept up members of the Revolution Club, 5 of them, for taking that stance. And this is a part of an overall rampage these pigs have been on in that neighborhood. They have been harassing people, jacking them up, cuffing them, making them stand there for a while, letting some of them go, taking others off for nothing. They have threatened people with retaliation because people in the neighborhood stood up and stood together with the Revolution Club to blow the whistle on police abuse and police brutality. They have threatened people for wearing this t-shirt, PA Speaks Revolution, nothing less. They have said no more passes. We're coming after you, because they didn't like people standing up and connecting with the Revolution Club. And they also have raided family parties. They were basically telling people in this neighborhood, you cannot have a party on the 4th of July if you're black. This is utterly illegitimate. It is unacceptable. And look, we in the Revolution Club, and me and Carl Dix with the Revolutionary Communist Party, we refuse to accept this. We're out there today to defy this unofficial martial law that has been put down with the police telling people they can't even be out on the streets. And we will be back. We're coming back 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, holding a rally and speak out again at Racine and 57th. And we call on everybody who feels that it is wrong for this police department and this District 7 police station to tell black people that they have no rights to speak out, to exist in their own neighborhoods. So that's what we're doing tomorrow, and we're calling on people Saturday at 3 o'clock, 57th and Racine. We call on everybody who loves justice and hates injustice to come and join us in this. We're also going to have a statement from Bishop Greg Greer.
So today we saw citizens who were not allowed to exercise their constitutional rights to protest. To send a message, we are here to say that that is unacceptable. Why is it unacceptable? Because protesting is the voice. When the people don't have a voice, then they should be able to protest. If there was something wrong, if their constitutional rights have been violated, then the police, when I say the police, out of District 7 here, should have stopped and talked and had a conversation. But for the protesters to be arrested in mass numbers, mass violations, and now they're being charged, we have got to say that that is unacceptable. Unacceptable because, again, constitutionally, protesters have a right to send their message. They weren't doing anything wrong. They should be able to protest. District 7 here, Hill Street Blues Station is what we call it, has had a multitude of problems with the community, harassing people, shaking people down. This didn't just start today. This is an ongoing scenario of incidents, and I'd like to reference the shooting and murder of Kawan Ray from Officer John D. Polo's, Training Sergeant John D. Polo's, District 7 commander, shot and killed Kawan Ray last fall. This station is an issue in the community, and that's why we're here to say it has to stop. It has to stop. This is not just simple harassment, but what it is this long-term problems and a huge disconnect with these police officials and them determining what their job should be, what they should be doing versus what they're not doing, which is serve and protect the public. We want to see them get back to serving and protecting the public. We don't want to see anything else but you doing that. But when you step outside of the public interest, when you do the wrong thing, then you will be prosecuted. And this group, I know I've stood with them several times, hundreds of times, and I'll tell you what, I don't know them to step outside the law. So what we want to do is send a message today that District 7 has to change, Inglewood has to change, and the only way that it's going to change is if we get police officials who are doing the right thing by the public, but we haven't seen it. So we're going to stand, and we're going to continue standing because it's not right. Justice has to be won.
Next, we're going to hear from Mark Clement. Mark has experience with the Chicago Police Department. He's a man who was wrongfully convicted, thrown in their dungeons, but survived to come out and to speak against injustice, not only on him, but on everybody. So, Mark Clement.
Well, you know, on the behalf of the Campaign to End Torture, Freedom First International, you know, this is a community, and it's a crowded community. And to now hear of the fact that people have been threatened and they could not celebrate the 4th of July holiday with their families unless being faced with arrest, that's an insult. And what I'm doing, I'm urging my brothers and my sisters that are within the legal community to give us some help on this. I recall being shut down by the city council and we had to go to court. Well, we're probably going to have to go to court for this matter as well. I basically stand with my brothers and sisters that are inside of those jail cells right here at District 7 Police Station, and I think that everybody should stand with them due to the fact that they should have a voice. And once you infringe upon their constitutional right to assemble and freedom of expression, that is a problem. And I will echo this once again. I call out to my brothers and sisters, the People's Law Center, Uptown People's Law Center, Lobby and Lobby, and I ask for your help. In other words, we need your help in this community. You know how brothers and sisters have been victimized by the police, and if they cannot have the right to assemble, then therefore it's not going to be any peace in this community. Thank you.
We're going to hear from people who witnessed, someone who witnessed this arrest. But before I do that, I just want to read part of a quote from Bob Avakian in Basics on the role of the police, because these arrests were illegitimate but not surprising, and here's why. The role of the police is not to serve and protect the people, it is to serve and protect the system that rules over the people, to enforce the relations of exploitation and oppression, the conditions of poverty, misery, and degradation into which the system has cast people and is determined to keep people in. The law and order the police are about, with all of their brutality and murder, is the law and order that enforces all this oppression and madness. We're going to bring up now Ariel, who witnessed these arrests.
The police said what they were locked up for was justified. I don't think none of that was justified. We didn't obstruct justice. We were just there to speak on what we believe in. Who are they to say what we believe in not right? What they're saying is not according to what we were doing, what was our intention of doing. They took down our signs in front of our faces and really discriminated us about what we believed in. But us as a community, us as a people, we could come together, we can speak out, we can be heard. We don't have to be scared. We don't have to be blinded by what they tell us. None of this was justified, like I said. Like I think a better way. They should have took this in a better way, in a better order. But we know the pigs. We know them. That's really all I had to say. And free my people.
Okay, one more witness to today's events wants to speak. Duncan.
Yeah, all I have to say is that the way that the people are arrested and harassed, people that was out speaking their voice, is an insult on this so-called democracy and liberty of this country, which we do not have. The whole thing is that there was no conflict amongst the people. People that agreed with us or disagreed with us was willing to listen and have a peaceful discussion.
Power to the people!
No
justice, no peace. No more racist police.
You guys are doing a great job, man. Keep doing what you're doing. Stay safe.
Rev, calm that up.
So that's basically saying that they want to hold back the message that the people need to know that the Revolutionary Club has to give. That's what all I got to say.
All right.
I'm sorry for interrupting. It was just an opportunity. I saw the sister.
Just one final word. We will be back
Hello, sister.
in that area tomorrow, 3 o'clock, Racine and 57th. No to martial law, whether unofficial or official. And we're calling on people to stand with the people who are being attacked by the police and to stand with the revolutionaries who are being attacked by the police.
All right.
Power to the people! Power to the people!
Power to the people!
Power to the people!
Power to the people!
Power to the people!
Power to the people!